Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You know what? Everybody takes risk and makes harder decisions at one time or another. Yet, what we all need to know, the one thing that others don't do, and that is faith requires risk. You know, whether you are good at taking the risk or not, you'll occasionally not be given an option at that point in your life. Like taking the risk, as far as I'm concerned, and no, I am not talking about some two-bit insane risk that others do take or fail to take, but the kind of risk where people have to learn how to touch you in a certain place of God in order for your faith to work and to blossom. You know what I mean? When we read the Bible, each story tells a different situation about a character who took the risk of things. Say, like Abraham, for one, who said he would want everybody to take the risk in a land that you have never seen before. In other words, he would want for everybody, and that includes you, who goes to church or not, and that which includes your family, only to be living by faith. And you also have to take calculated risks based on what your family and your business in moving your next step to the next level. Not those two-bit insane steps that most people are good at or not. Now, let me show you what I mean by risk-taking. And I'm going to tell you what it is. So this way, you'll understand it even better once you're done watching. You see, risk-taking is any consciously or non-consciously controlled behavior with a perceived uncertainty about its outcome and or about its possible benefits or costs for the physical, economic, or psychosocial well-being of oneself or others. Now, we ought to stop doing things at the very last minute and try to get out of our comfort zone ASAP, ASAP. In other words, we face all the types of risk on earth as far as relationship-wise, business-wise, career-wise, even family, our health, our educated, financial risk, and the list goes on and on and on and on. In other words, we ought to trust that God will always be with us, and He's the only one who will help us, no matter what kind of risk we take. And you know what? And the sooner you learn from all of this, the better off you are, because if you ask somebody, like a lady that wants you to dance, when she said no the first time, you just give her space. But when you ask someone, the same lady, for a dance, and she said yes, therefore your life is turned around. That's why, in addition to learning yourself and working very harder in asking and making those decisions, you have to learn how to take risks as well. Or what if someone said, please don't take the COVID-19 vaccine, or let's just say, don't take the COVID, or let's just say, what if you got two people in your neighborhood who don't want you to take the COVID-19 vaccine when the other would specifically want you to take the COVID-19 vaccine? See, that's the kind of risk you have to make for yourself, not with anybody else's or anyone else's, believe it or not. Because if you are relying on the person to make the decisions for them, for you, then it may or may not work, but it may be against it. But when you go against the person's word, that somebody may be very, very, very unhappy or disappointed, but it could be worth a shot. I mean, and I have to be honest with you from the bottom of my heart, nobody, and I mean nobody, has all the answers. But one of these days, you will soon thank God for this and some of your friends, even after you have been told what to do and what not to do. If someone tells you to take the COVID-19 vaccine, on which there is an option, believe it or not, you go ahead and make whatever kind of decisions you wish. But you don't have to do exactly what the person says as far as the vaccine is concerned, because I've seen just a few people who took it, and like Bob Saget himself, but unfortunately, none of them worked, meaning the vaccine was against it, and as a result, the person passes away. However, it's your decision, and it's your risk. Be careful, be safe, most importantly, be on the right track. Be on freedom. That's all. Thank you very much for watching. You be blessed, and tomorrow we're going to get lots of snow. So I urge each and every one of you to stay home, talk to your bosses, talk to your teachers, let them know you can either make it to school if you're a teenager or work if you're an adult. That's all there is to it. Thank you. Goodbye.